July 17, 1981, Kansas City, Missouri. Hundreds of people gathered in the Hyatt Regency Hotel for a summer tea dance. Music played, laughter filled the air, until suddenly, two suspended walkways collapsed into the crowded atrium below. In seconds, 114 people were killed and over 200 injured. This is the story of the Hyatt Regency Walkway Collapse, a tragedy born from a simple design change and a failure of communication. The Hyatt Regency was a modern marvel, a 40-story hotel with a grand atrium and hanging walkways connecting the upper floors. The walkways were suspended by steel rods anchored to the ceiling. The original design called for continuous rods running through both walkways, but during construction, engineers modified the design to use two separate sets of rods, a change that doubled the load on the upper walkway connections. At 7:05 p.m., the atrium was packed with guests dancing below the walkways. Without warning, the fourth-floor walkway gave way, crashing onto the second-floor walkway. Both then fell onto the crowd below. The sound was deafening. Dust and debris filled the air. Survivors described chaos and silence, then screams. Rescue teams worked through the night, cutting through steel and concrete to reach trapped victims. The collapse became one of the deadliest structural failures in U.S. history. Families were torn apart. First responders faced overwhelming scenes of destruction. The tragedy shocked the nation not only for its scale, but because it happened in a place meant for celebration. The Hyatt disaster became a turning point in how engineers, architects, and safety professionals viewed accountability. The investigation revealed a critical design flaw. The modified hanger rod design doubled the load on the upper walkway connections. The box beam connections failed under stress. Communication between the design engineers and fabricators broke down. No proper review or approval was conducted for the design change. The National Bureau of Standards concluded that the collapse resulted from gross negligence and poor engineering oversight. The structural engineers lost their licenses, and the case became a landmark in professional ethics. The Hyatt tragedy reshaped engineering practice worldwide. Mandatory peer review for structural design changes, clear documentation and approval protocols, stronger professional ethics and accountability standards, emphasis on communication between design, fabrication, and construction teams. The key lesson: every bolt, beam, and drawing must be verified because lives depend on it. The Hyatt Regency collapse reminds us that engineering is not just science, it's trust. 114 lives were lost, but their legacy transformed the profession forever.